I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. You want to wait the 2 minutes, or you want me to just go ahead and send it?
You can send it.
Okay, I'm going to let Crosby know.
Double duty.
Thank you.
It's a District 6 playoff semifinal from Northern Cambria. Today, the Colts host the Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs. Good afternoon, everybody. From Northern Cambria's Legion Field, Mark Burdig with you on Renda Digital TV. We welcome you to this semifinal matchup between the 14-6 Colts and the 14-7 Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs. The Bulldogs play in the Inter-County Conference, Eastern Division. They finished 6-2 in the conference. Northern Cambria, of course, in the Heritage Conference, where they finished 13-4. Looking forward to providing this afternoon's coverage, which is being presented by Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil in Indiana. They're proud to be a presenting sponsor of the District 6 semifinal matchup. Two strong teams going at it today on the diamond, and two strong locations now available for all of your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil. Smith would like to announce they are now making bulk propane deliveries too. Need propane for your home or business? Call veteran-owned Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria. And our friends at Cambria Ready Mix Concrete, ready to take your project to the championship level. Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, a proud supporter of high school athletics, dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're working on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court, get your concrete from the county seat. Just call 1-866 by CRMC. We say thank you to Cambria Ready Mix Concrete and Smith Coal and Oil. Well, they worked on the field in the morning after the rain yesterday and got it in excellent shape. All dirt infield, as you can see on Renda Digital TV. Dimensions pretty long here at Legion Field. It's an overcast, cooler day as our seesaw temperatures over the past week or so continue. How did the teams get to this semifinal matchup? We're going to tell you when our pregame show continues from Northern Cambria. It's Claysburg-Kimmel and the Northern Cambria Colts on Renda Digital TV, presented by Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
Got a fever, and the Mitsubishi Giant's got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona, everybody qualifies for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in discounts on your new Mitsubishi purchase. Plus, you get free, yeah, I said free, scheduled maintenance and the best warranty on the planet. Pick up your prescription today at the Mitsubishi Giant. Nobody stocks more, nobody sells for less.
Altoona, it doesn't get better than this.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BY-CRMC. 1-866-BY-CRMC.
The baseball playoffs are here, and every game is a nail-biter. Are you watching the action on an old, uncomfortable couch? Upgrade your game day experience at Charleston's Furniture in Northern Cambria. Score massive savings during Charleston's postseason super sale. Get plush new recliners and spacious sectionals delivered today. Don't miss a single pitch in absolute comfort. Visit Charleston's Furniture in Northern Cambria or shop online at charlestonsfurniture.com. Charleston's Furniture, where it always feels like home.
The
Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Got a fever, and the Mitsubishi Giants got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona.
Say semifinals, the Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs 14-7, and the Colts of Northern Cambria 14-6. Claysburg-Kimmel defeated Purchase Line 12-2 in a 6-inning Mercy Rule game on Monday. Northern Cambria beat fellow Heritage Conference team Conemaugh Valley 6-2. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead after 2 innings. Didn't score after that, but they did hold off the Blue Jays to advance to this semifinal. In the other part of the bracket, defending champion Homer Center eliminated St. Joseph 16-3, a game that we had on WCCS radio. And Juniata Valley, the number 1 seed, they beat and ended Williamsburg's season by a score of 8-4. Now, Juniata Valley will host Homer Center tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m., and that game will be also right here on Renda Digital TV. And they could not move that game today because of a big function that head coach Scott Bauer was involved with at Homer Center, so they hope to get that game in tomorrow at Juniata Valley. Again, they did push the game time to 2 p.m., hoping to beat rain that's scheduled to come in later in the afternoon. The winner will advance to the PIAA District 6 Championship game at Mount Aloysius College next Wednesday at a time to be announced. The winner of today's game and that game tomorrow will also advance to the state tournament, which will begin on June 1st as 2 teams from District 6 Class A will advance. Now, this matchup, as I mentioned, the Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs, 14-7. They've scored 181 runs. They average 8.6 runs per game. They allow 3.8. They've allowed 80 runs in their 21 games. The Northern Cambria Colts, they have scored 127 runs, 6.4 per game, and they've allowed only 72. 3.6 runs per game. One thing I've always looked at through the years, even back when I coached Legion baseball, is 3 runs or less. If you allow 3 runs or less and you get beat, you're probably just going to tip your hat to the other ball club, the other pitcher. And both of these teams have good marks in that regard. Claysburg-Kimmel, they have allowed 3 runs or less in 13 of their 21 games, and the Northern Cambria Colts have allowed 3 runs or less in 14 of their 20 games. So both teams have been pretty good preventing runs, and head coach Skylar Eckenrode has done a great job with the Colts, and the same for Kyle Glass. We welcome everybody watching on Renda Digital TV. Please spread the word to fans that can't be here, whether they're around the corner from you or around the world. Let them know they can watch today's game on Renda Digital TV. We're going to come back, give you the starting lineups for both teams and more when we continue our coverage. District 6 Class A semi-finals, the Northern Cambria Colts and Claysburg-Kimmel, and our coverage being powered by Smith Coal & Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
In baseball, every player knows preparation matters. And for families throughout Northern Cambria, planning ahead matters too. That's why local families trust Gibbons Pengsa Funeral Home in Asheville. New owners Kayla and Michael Pengsa, proud Northern Cambria alumni, are dedicated to serving area families with care, compassion, and attention to detail, making sure your funeral needs are met in a timely and caring manner. From supporting local athletes to families when they need it most, Gibbons Pengsa Funeral Home is proud to stand with our community. Gibbons Pengsa Funeral Home, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion.
Good luck, Colts! From Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
Back with you at Northern Cambria. Let's give you the starting lineups as the Colts take the field for Claysburg-Kimmel. They will lead off Mason Campagna, their catcher. Batting second will be the shortstop, Braden Haney. Hitting third, center fielder, Gavin Treon, good basketball player. Middle third of the lineup, batting fourth will be the pitcher, Dustin Slowick. Hitting fifth will be right fielder, Aiden Solar. Hitting in the sixth position, third baseman, Peyton Nisley. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, Nathan Fee. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter, Matthew Lehman. He will bat for the first baseman, Blake Clore. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Nathan Cox. For the Northern Cambria Colts, leading off will be shortstop Zach Cavallo. Batting second, first baseman Zach Kirsch. Hitting in the third position, their leading average hitter at 400 is the catcher, Parker Schutte. Batting fourth and pitching, their ace, Brady Hoover. Batting fifth, left fielder, Reese Wagner. Hitting in the sixth position, center fielder, Levi Czar. Batting seventh will be the designated hitter. They're going to use the hybrid DH. He will play third base too, Connor Solly. Batting in the eighth position will be second baseman Braden Bucher, and batting ninth and playing right field, Joe Buderbaugh. For the Colts, Cavallo, Kirsch, Schutte. Middle third, Hoover, Wagner, Czar, and Solly, Bucher, and Buderbaugh, the bottom third of the order. On the hill, Brady Hoover, he has outstanding numbers. He's 3-0 this season, a 1.27 ERA. He's pitched 27 2/3 innings, allowed 18 hits, excellent number there. And he's allowed just 6 runs, 5 of them earned. He's struck out 36 hitters in his 27 2/3 innings, allowing only 8 walks. The defense out there for the Colts, decked out, as you can see, in their black uniforms trimmed in gold. Left to right, Reese Wagner, Levi Czar, and Joe Buderbaugh. Third to first, it's Connor Solly, Zach Cavallo, Braden Bucher, Zach Kirsch, and the battery, Parker Schutte behind the plate, and Brady Hoover on the hill. The umpires tonight's game, I know some of them. They've been to First Commonwealth Bank Field for some state playoff games. Dan Olsofsky behind home plate, Justin Merriweather at first, Carl Bopp at second, and Dave Meckley umpiring at third base. Set for action, leading off for Claysburg-Kimmel, Mason Campagna, the catcher, 527 hitter. He was 1 for 2 with a ribby in their quarterfinal victory over Purchase Line. First pitch of the game in there for strike one, says home plate umpire Dan Olsofsky. He's a good one. Behind the dish calling the balls and strikes here today. Second pitch upstairs for a ball, curveball. Our broadcast position halfway up the third base line in the press box above the Northern Cambria dugout. Good view of the game. Here's the next pitch. This one hit deep to left field. Back goes Wagner, and he watches it bounce against the fence. It is in play, and it will be a leadoff double for Campagna. I think for a moment Wagner thought that one was going to sell out of the yard, but it stayed in. But a leadoff double for Campagna.
Hey, let's go!
That'll bring up Braden Haney, the shortstop, 412, hitting 412. 21 of 51 this season with a homer, 12 RBIs. This Bulldogs team, they have 10 home runs as a team. You don't see that in high school. I'm not familiar with their field. If it's a short fence, I do know they play on AstroTurf or artificial turf at Claysburg-Kimmel. First pitch of ball to Haney. 2 for 2, a couple ribbies in the victory over Purchase Line. Lots of energy coming from that Claysburg-Kimmel first base dugout. Next pitch also a ball, 2-0. Hoover working from the belt. Pitch, swing and a miss, good location. 2-1. Next pitch from Hoover. Swing, got a piece of it, fought it back to the screen. Not a lot of room behind home plate here, as you can see. I would guess about 20 feet, if that, 15. So not a given that you would score on a wild pitch or pass ball. 2-2 pitch. Instead, Hoover steps off the mound. Haney, 21 of 51 this season. Next pitch, a ball. Campagna, by the way, led the team with 6 home runs, 6 of their 10 home runs, and he almost hit one out to start the game. Pitch, down low, he missed. So the first 2 runners reach. Unusual for Hoover, who's walked only 8 the entire season. That'll bring up Gavin Treon, the center fielder. He was 2 for 3 with an RBI against Purchase Line in the 12-2 inning victory. 5.07 is his average. The best average, Campagna, 5.27. Pitch, curveball and a dandy from Hoover. So the walk does set up the force play. First inning being brought to you by the Gibbons Penske Funeral Home in Asheville. Pitch, a let up and a dandy, and it's 0-2. Gibbons Penske Funeral Home in Asheville, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion. Speaking of tradition, the Colts sports team's great tradition through the years. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air. Center fielder ranges over to left center, makes the catch, Levi Czar, and his throw got by the third baseman, Sully, but backing up nicely, the pitcher, Brady Hoover. So Czar, pretty easy grab there, hit near him. Couple of lefties out in the outfield, Wagner in left, Czar in center. So 1 out, big out for Hoover. Settle things down here a little bit. He'll face the pitcher, the mound mate for Claysburg-Kimmel, Dustin Slowick, who was 2 for 2 with a couple of ribbies in the victory over the Red Dragons. Pitch upstairs. It's great to see Purchase Line in the playoffs. So many years of struggling. Didn't go the way they wanted it to against the Bulldogs, but still kudos to them for getting there. Long pause, Hoover's next offering. Swing and a miss. Pirates won today over the Cardinals to take the series 6-2 at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. They play Slowick pretty much straight away. Right fielder Booterbaugh deep, pitch down low. 2-1. At the belt, Hoover. Pitch. Missed. 3-1. In danger of loading the bases if he fires another wide one. Swing and a miss. He had a big time rip, didn't he? But the count runs full on Dustin Slowick. Claysburg, excellent athletic facilities. The football stadium, baseball field, which is part of the football field, as Hoover steps off. They convert the football stadium for baseball. All artificial surface. Payoff pitch. Swing, or called strike 3. Big punch out for Hoover. So after the first 2 hitters reached, Treon and Slowick are retired, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Aiden Solar. Aiden, .367 hitter during the regular season. He was 2 for 3 with 3 ribbies against Purchase line, wide stance. Pitch outside for a ball. First baseman Zach Kirsch playing in front of the runner, Haney. Not holding, with a runner on second, of course. Pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 on Solar. Pitch, a little bit low. 2-1. Next offering, hit weakly up the first base line, foul. Had the first base umpire, Justin Merriweather, tap dancing out of the way. Overcast skies, but no threat of rain. Had rain overnight. Athletic Director Dan Patek texted me this morning, said they were working on the field, and right around noon he said play ball. And the field does look in good shape. You can see all dirt infield. 2-2 pitch from Hoover. Curveball popped up, foul territory. Can first baseman Kirsch get there? And he can't. As he was approaching the fence down the right field line. Gave it a good try, Zach Kirsch did. So the count holds. Deuces are wild. 2-2 count with 2 outs and 2 runners aboard. Say hello to everybody listening in the Claysburg area. At the belt, Hoover. Pitch. Popped up behind the screen and out of play. Hoover doing some landscaping on the mound. Hoover. Pitch. Curveball. Missed. Count runs full. So now the runners will be off on the pitch. 3-2, 2 outs. No need for Cavallo to pinch the runner because he's going to be running anyway. Fake pickoff move by Hoover. Now 3-2, 2 outs. Anything hit to the outfield probably going to score a run pretty easily. Pitch. This one, his hit toward the center fielder going back, having it measured. Levi Czar for the side, retiring out. So first 2 runners reach, and then he sets down the next 3. First inning being sponsored by Gibbon Penske Funeral Home in Asheville. It's no runs, 1 hit, 2 men left for Claysburg-Kimmel. 0-0 after a half inning with Northern Cambria coming to bat. Our coverage being co-presented by Smith Coal & Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Back with you, Legion Field at Northern Cambria. The Colts getting set to come to the plate. Let's set the defense for the Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs. Outfield, left fielder Nathan Fee, center fielder Gavin Treon, right fielders Aiden Solar. Infield third to first, Peyton Nisley, Braden Haney, Nathan Cox. First baseman is Blake Clore. It's spelled C-L-A-A-R, but pronounced Clore, and I asked if that was a relation to former IUP standout women's basketball player Lacey Clore, and indeed it is, cousin of Blake Clore. The catcher is Mason Campagna, and on the hill, Dustin Slowick. Let's give you his numbers. 4-2 record, 3.17 ERA. He's pitched 36 innings, allowed 31 hits, allowing 28 runs, 16 of which are earned. Walked 30, pretty high number there, and 41 strikeouts. Good number for Slowick as far as the strikeout department. Leading off, Zach Cavallo, 250 hitter, a senior. He was 1 for 4 in the win against Conemaugh Valley that got them to this semifinal matchup. And the first pitch, hit batter. Cavallo trots down to first base. Stood in and took it. Turned that shoulder. Let's see if Cavallo hit batter. That's just the third time. I thought just the way he reacted, that might be a big thing for him, but it is the third time he's reached. That brings up Zach Kirsch, first baseman, 373 hitter. Good leadoff at first. Pitch in there for a strike. Kirsch, 22 of 76, 9 ribbies this season. Second leading hitter average-wise for Schuyler Eckenrode's ball club. Pitch. This one hit into right field. Heading to second base is Cavallo. And like the Bulldogs, the Colts put the first 2 runners on base. That'll bring up their best hitter average-wise, Parker Schutte, the catcher. Schutte right at 400. He had a big game against Conemaugh Valley, going 2 for 3 with 3 RBI, and a double, big booming double for Schutte. 26 of 65 with 20 ribbies this season. Pitch. Check swing didn't go. So the Colts come out and put some pressure on the Bulldogs, just like Claysburg-Kimmel did to Northern Cambria, although Hoover was able to escape. Let's see how Slowick fares here. Next pitch. Good curveball. 1-1. Dimensions not on the fence here. I would guess it at about 310 down the right field line, 320 down the left field line. Here's the pitch. Curveball, fooled him. And he's in a hole, 2 strikes and a ball. Choking up on the bat handle now a little bit is Parker Schutte. Shortstop Haney pinching the runner Cavallo. This hit in the air down the left field line, but foul. On deck is Brady Hoover, the pitcher. Both pitchers, Slowick and Hoover, batting in the cleanup spot here in the batting order for both ball clubs. At the belt. Almost a double set there for Slowick. Pitch. Outside. That, of course, would be a balk. First inning being brought to you by the Gibbons-Penksa Funeral Home. Next pitch. In the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, Campagna. And the count runs full. So a carbon copy of what we saw in the top of the first inning, where Hoover was a pitch away from loading the bases with a walk. He ended up inducing a flyout to center field off of the bat of Treon. Let's see how Slowick does here. Runners lead away at first and second. He steps off. Now back on the mound. Has the one he wants. Pitch. Chopped. Probably swung at ball 4, but easy for me to say. Picking up the spin of the baseball on the curve. But he is alive, and the count holds at 3-2. 105 is the pitch count in the PIAA playoffs. You can start a batter and go over 105, but that is the limit. So we'll monitor that as we go along. Pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. Credit Slowick. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up Brady Hoover. Hoover hitting .349. He was 1 for 2. He was the 1 for 2 against Purchase Line. Or check that, against Conemaugh Valley. Oh and 1. Pitch. Fooled him, just got a piece of it. Rolls up the first base line. Hoover did pitch against Conemaugh. Valley. Pitch. This one hit on a line off of the glove of the third baseman. Nisley throws to second, and they rule the base runner out. Kirsch on the force out. Put out goes 5-4. Close call at second. But Cavallo erased on force out. Going to have a courtesy runner at first base. That is Reese Levine. So runners at the corners and 2 outs now for Reese Wagner. .358 hitter. He had a good game, pitched a little bit against Valley. 2 for 3 with a couple of ribbies. The left-handed hitter takes the first pitch down low for a ball. At first base, Levine, the courtesy runner. Cavallo at third. It was Kirsch that was erased on that fielder's choice. Stolen base down to second, uncontested, is Levine. Chance to give his team the lead. 2-0 count on Wagner. Upstairs, ball 3. Pitch away from loading the bases. On deck, center fielder Levi Czar. Second baseman Nathan Cox deep. All dirt infield. Ball gets to you quickly. Pitch, missed. Lost him on 4 straight. So the sacks are loaded for Levi Czar. Center fielder just a .217 batting average. I want to thank our friends at the Gibbons-Penksa Funeral Home in Asheville, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion, bringing you this first inning of action. Pitch, curveball, and a good one to the left-handed hitting Czar. Czar 13 of 60 this season. This pitch bad, he missed up high. 1-1. Curveball outside. 2-1. Next offering, swing at a pitch, probably out of the zone down low. But the count levels off at 2-2. Good number of pitches here in the first inning for Slowick. Right fielder Aiden Solar pretty deep out there. Going to go from the windup. 2-2 pitch. Chopped on the ground, foul. Right fielder Solar deep, center fielder Treon fairly shallow, as is the left fielder Nathan Fee. Going to go from the windup, has the one he wants, and here it comes. Curveball outside. And now it's full. Runners will be on the move. 3-2, 2 outs. Big pitch early in this baseball game. Runners will be on the move. Make it easier going from the windup, too. And there they go, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch out of the strike zone, and Czar goes down on strikes. So like the Bulldogs, the Colts threaten, do not score, no runs. There was one hit, no errors. They leave the bases loaded thanks to the Gibbons-Pensa Funeral Home for making the first inning available to you. It's scoreless. Heading to the second, our co-presenting sponsors, Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria has you covered. We offer 3D mammography, routine x-rays, EKGs, and a full line of lab services, all with the quality and care you deserve. With convenient hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., IRMC at Northern Cambria is here when you need us. IRMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
Nothing across for either team in the first inning. Time for second inning action being powered by IRMC at Northern Cambria. Better health, better life. Leading off, Peyton Nisley. First pitch, a ball from Brady Hoover. Nisley just a .210 hitter. He was 0 for 3 in the 12-2 victory over the Red Dragons on Monday. This one hit. That's going to be trouble. Down the right field line, it lands fair. And they were playing him, shading him to right center, so the right fielder, Booterbaugh, long way just to get the ball and into third with a stand-up, or actually head-first diving triple. No play at third base, but a triple for Peyton Nisley. Booterbaugh, they had him positioned in right center, so he just poked it down the right field line, probably with scouting. Chart said to play him that way, and he went against the chart, and it was a long haul for Booterbaugh just to get to the baseball deep in the right field corner. That'll bring up Nathan Fee, the left fielder. He takes the first pitch from Hoover for a ball. Next offering, upstairs, 2-0. Hoover lines, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. Fee, 15 of 58. 259 hitters, I mentioned. Next pitch, inside, 2-1. Hoover working quickly, swing and a miss. Three-two pitch upstairs. He lost him. So runners at the corners. Nobody out. That'll bring up designated hitter Matthew Lehman. Lehman, 167. 161 is average.
Hey, young man, your legs are in play. Your legs are in play.
Oh, my gosh. Our camera, young camera man. Leg, is that maybe, or was it somebody else? Might have been somebody. The batter, the designated hitter Lehman. Second level, somebody's legs were in play. And the third base coach and manager wanted to inform the home plate umpire for some reason. Here's the pitch. It's fouled it back to the screen, and it's 1-1. Lehman, just 5 hits this season and 31 at-bats. He's struck out 12 times, so he's a strikeout candidate, and that's what Hoover needs here. As Claysburg looks to jump out in front. They chase the runner back at first. Fee. Catcher Parker Schutte, many times you don't see teams throw through to second with a runner at third. Let's see how the Colts play it here. Should he take off? Not going here. Swing and a miss. Fouled it back to the screen. So he is ahead of them, 1-2. He could use a punch out in a big way here. Nicely led off with a triple down the right field line. Fee walked. He's going on the pitch. Down low. Schutte does throw through, and they got him out at second base. Put out goes 2-6. Great throw by Schutte. And so much for the philosophy that many high school teams do not throw through with a runner at third base. The Colts did, and Schutte delivered a strike. Pitch is a ball, and the count's 2-2. Big caught stealing. Pitch, ball, just missed. Back-to-back walks, so now that caught stealing looms even bigger. Runners at the corners and one out for the number 9 man, Nathan Cox, the second baseman, batting .195. Cox, 8 of 41. He has struck out 15 times this season. Pitch down Broadway for strike one. Or should I say Philadelphia Street here in northern Cambria. Shade him a few steps into left center. Here's the pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-1. Hoover at the belt. Short lead at first. Pitch upstairs. 2-1. So Brady has walked 3, and Skylar Eckenrode, who was a good pitcher back in the day, coached against him. Matt Lewis, our producer. Skylar pitched in the Clymer area. Excellent left-hander. Full-blown conference at the mound. We're scoreless here in the second inning. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Smith Coal and Oil. Smith would like to announce they're now making bulk propane deliveries. Need propane for your home or business? Call veteran-owned Smith Coal and Oil in northern Cambria. And also, Cambria Ready Mix Concrete, proud supporter of high school athletics. Whether you're working on a new home driveway or maybe that backyard sport court, get your concrete from the county seat. Phone 1-866-BUY-CRMC. Squeeze play, and he bunts it in the air, and the catcher, Schutte, makes the grab near the backstop for a big second out, so the suicide squeeze fails. Second out of the inning. So let's see. Now, Campagna laced that double, almost knocked it out of the park on the first pitch of the game. Reese Wagner playing them deeper this time up. Big gap, or big hole down the right field line. The right fielder, Booterbaugh, close to center field, really in that right center alley, and he takes the first pitch, a curveball from Hoover for strike one. Good pitch. Center fielder, Levi Czar, shaded way to left center. Pitch. This one hit that way. Czar going back. Can he get there? He can't. It's going to rattle back in the notch there in deep left center field. One run scores, and the throw coming in, a second run is going to score. As touching home plate is Lehman, and it's 2-0. And Campagna laced that one, his second extra base hit, second triple of the inning, and Claysburg-Kimmel jumps out in front, 2-0. Czar gave it everything he had in center, but couldn't catch up with it. If you're familiar with PNC Park in Pittsburgh, very similar notch out there in left field, the way the fence kind of creates that gap out there. Not sure if our cameraman is, he can hear. Can he hear us, Matt? No. Haney takes the second pitch, ball two. So Nisley and Lehman score. Pitch backed him off the plate, and it's 3-0. A walk, two walks in the inning. One of them erased on a caught stealing, pitch down the middle for strike one. That is big, or this would have been worse right now, but it's 2-0. Pitch, hit him. Hoover struggling a little bit with control. He's walked three and hit a batter, and runners at the corners again. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Gavin Treon. Flew out to the center fielder, Czar, for the first out of the first inning. Treon, 35 ribbies, led the team. Only a sophomore, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. 37 of 73. He had 14 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs during the regular season, Treon did. Runner bluffs at first, doesn't go. Treon takes the second pitch for a ball. Hoover has thrown a lot of pitches in these first 2 frames. Chases the runner back, who's in easily. Haney. 2-0 Bulldogs. Pitch outside, 3-0. Keep in mind, Hoover's only walked 8 entering today's action, and he's in danger of walking his 4th in the first 2 innings. Pitch down the middle for strike 1. 3-1, 2 outs in the inning, 2 runs in, 2 runners aboard. Pitch missed. Walked another, and the bases are loaded. And the cleanup man, Dustin Slowick, walks to the plate. Going from the windup now. Inside. Hoover missed. A little frustrated on the mound right now is Brady Hoover. Ball 2. Catcher Parker Schutte going to go out and talk to him, try to settle Brady down. He's a junior, Brady. Parker Schutte is senior. Schutte, Cavallo, Reese Wagner, Braden Bucher, senior starters for Skylar Eckenrode's team. Big part of the game here. You don't want to fall down too much more if you're Northern Cambria. Could be looking at the final batter that Hoover faces here if he can't get him out. This popped up, 2-0 pitch after a couple of walks, and you're swinging. Probably not going to make the head coach very happy, and the second baseman, Braden Bucher, goes out into short right field for a side retiring out. And Northern Cambria says, thank you very much, Dustin Slowick. But the Bulldogs break out in front. 2 runs, 2 hits. They were both triples. There were a couple of walks, 3 walks, and a hit batsman. And they leave the bases loaded. They've stranded 5 through an inning and a half. It's 2-0. Claysburg-Kimmel, Northern Cambria, due up in the bottom of the second when we return, presented by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete and Smith Coal and Oil.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
Mark Burdick back with you on Renda Digital TV. Colts coming to bat in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be the bottom third of the order. Soley, Bucher, and Buterbaugh. So it's 2-0. Could be worse. The Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs have stranded 5 base runners in their first 2 at bats. Let's see how Northern Cambria can do here. It'll be Solly leading off, 254 hitter. He was 0 for 3 in the victory against the Blue Jays of Conemaugh Valley on Monday. First pitch misses from Slowick. Next pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. Hit on the ground weakly. In the hole, shortstop Braden Haney across the diamond to first baseman Clore. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Braden Bucher. 208 regular season and playoff average, right up to date. 0 for 1 Monday against Valley. Left-handed hitter. Trying to get something started here for the Colts. Pitch high from Slowick. As a team, Northern Cambria hit .278. They had a team ERA of 3.17. .325 team average for the Bulldogs. Excellent. Next pitch, a strike. Working quickly, Slowick. Spins it up there high. Comes a little bit 3/4 at times. Curveball. Hit foul down the left field line. So the count 2-2 on Braden Bucher. Swinging the on-deck bat is Joe Booterbaugh down below us. Our broadcast location above the third base dugout, occupied by the Northern Cambria Colts. Deep breath for Slowick. Has the one he wants from his catcher Campagna, and here it comes. Up high, 3-2. Homer Center at Juniata Valley, weather permitting tomorrow afternoon, 1:45 airtime here on Renda Digital TV. Lost them. So base runner for Bucher for Northern Cambria. That'll bring up the number 9 man, Joe Booterbaugh. Booterbaugh just .067 hitter, right fielder. Looks down at the third base coach, and let's see what Bucher does at first. Not going, scoring to bunt, pulls it back. Might have been a bluff. Fake bunt all the way. Booterbaugh, a junior. Next offering, swing and a miss. 1-1 on deck. Top of the order, Zach Cavallo. Was hit by a pitch to start the game in the bottom of the first inning for the Colts. Backed him off the plate, 2-1. If you're Claysburg-Kimmel and Dustin Slowick, you don't want to walk the number 8 and 9 hitters and set the table. Of course, Colts fans are hoping that's what happens. Pitch, down low, good discipline by Booterbaugh, and he's ahead on the count, 3-1. Slowick walked one hit Cavallo in the first inning. 3-1 pitch. Chopped at home plate, foul. Just got a piece of it. So the count runs full. Let's see if they put Bucher on the move at first. There's only one out. Bucher leads away at first. Pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So give Slowick credit. He was behind on the count, 3-1, and he comes back to strike out Booterbaugh. To the top of the order we go. Zach Cavallo was hit by a pitch on the first pitch out of the hand of Slowick. Works from the stretch, of course. Pitch outside for a ball. Turned into a nice afternoon, although jackets are aplenty here. Even a few blankets from the fans from Claysburg down the right field line. Pitch, bounced it up there. Good block by the catcher, Campagna. Waiting on deck, hoping to get up there this inning is Zach Kirsch. 2-0 on Cavallo. Popped up foul territory behind the first base dugout. Two 2-0. Northern Cambria trying to answer Claysburg-Kimmel. dancing around at first. Bucher, here's the pitch. Curveball, fooled him. Good pitch, and it's 2-2. So Slowick's fallen behind Buderbaugh and Cavallo. He bounced back to strike out Buderbaugh after falling behind 3-1. It was 2-0 on Cavallo, now 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Came back with that curveball. Second strikeout of the inning. Fourth overall for Slowick. No runs, no hits. There was a walk, one man left. Colts have stranded 4. We've played 2. It's 2-0. Our coverage being powered by Smith Coal and Oil and by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
Had a fever and the Mitsubishi Giants got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona, everybody qualifies for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in discounts on your new Mitsubishi purchase. Plus, you get free, yeah, I said free, scheduled maintenance and the best warranty on the planet. Pick up your prescription today at the Mitsubishi Giant. Nobody stocks more, nobody sells for less.
It doesn't get better than this.
In baseball, every player knows preparation matters. And for families throughout Northern Cambria, planning ahead matters too. That's why local families trust Gibbons Penksa Funeral Home in Asheville. New owners Kayla and Michael Penksa, proud Northern Cambria alumni, are dedicated to serving area families with care, compassion, and attention to detail, making sure your funeral needs are met in a timely and caring manner. From supporting local athletes to families when they need it most, Gibbons Penksa Funeral Home is proud to stand with our community. Gibbons Penksa Funeral Home, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion.
2 runs on 3 hits for Claysburg. All 3 hits have been of the extra base variety. No runs and 1 hit for the Colts as we head to the 3rd inning, being presented by IRMC, Better Health, Better Life. Leading off is the number 5 hitter, Aiden Solar. Flew out to center to close out the 1st inning. Wide stance, as you see, and he chops it toward the Colts dugout on the 3rd base side. Excellent outing for Pirate starter Ashcraft today in a 6-2 victory over the Cardinals. Pitch misses up high. Pitch and ball. Solar takes the next pitch. Ball. And nothing new here for Hoover, who's been behind on many counts in this game. 3-1 pitch. Catching the inside corner for a strike. Payoff pitch on its way. Chopped at the feet of Solar. 2 strong teams going at it today on the diamond, and 2 strong locations for Smith Coal and Oil. For your fuel and heating needs, Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil. Thank them for our presenting sponsorship. Payoff pitch misses this time. And another walk for Hoover. That's his 5th to go along with a hit batsman. And that brings up Peyton Nisley. Led off that 2nd inning with a triple down the right field line. Right fielder Joe Buderbaugh this time cheating a little bit closer to the line, but still a lot of room from him to that right field chalk. First pitch misses for a ball. Hoover falling behind almost every hitter here in this game. Short leadoff at first pitch. Hit in the air, center fielder coming in a few steps. Levi Czar makes the catch. He's been busy out in center field. His 3rd put out. It's a good job by Hoover to erase Nisley. That'll bring up number 7 hitter, Nathan Fee, who walked and was caught stealing an inning ago. Left-handed hitter. Solar, and they try picking him off, but it's thrown away. That'll be an error on the pitcher, Hoover. I was just about to say, I don't think Solar's going anywhere because he's had such short leadoffs. But now they make it easy for him to get down to second base. We'll see if my observation holds any water. I'll check to see how many stolen bases he had. Based on that lead, I wouldn't think many. Next pitch, a strike. One on, one out. Pitch a strike. Head on the count, 0-2. Next pitch, hit on the ground into right field for a hit. Rounding third and heading for home as the ball gets by the right fielder, Booterbaugh, but hit is scored anyway. We're not going to rule that an error. And Fee with an RBI single. And it's 3-0 as Solar comes racing home. That'll bring up designated hitter Matthew Lehman. Solar did have 9 stolen bases, so I'll take that back. But they made it easy for him to score with the error on the pickoff attempt and the RBI single for Fee. 4th hit of the game for the Bulldogs. Lehman walked and scored a run on that booming triple off the bat of Mason Capagna. Next pitch outside for a ball. 3-0 Bulldogs. Pitch, hit, short hop, the shortstop, Cavallo, but he gloves, flips to the second baseman, Bucher on to first to Kirsch, and an ending, much-needed double play, 6-4-3, and down go the Bulldogs, but they do add a run on a hit. There was a walk, and nobody left. We've played 2.5 innings. It's Claysburg-Kimmel 3, and the Northern Cambria Colts 0. Our coverage being paved by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete and Smith Coal and Oil.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
3-0 Claysburg-Kimmel, and a pitching change for the Bulldogs. Coming on to pitch is Gavin Treon. We'll look up his numbers when we can. Out in center field now is Aiden Solar. So Solar had been in right field. Let's see if we can see who the right fielder is. Number 9. That would be Logan Tremmel. And did Slowick come out of the game? No, he's at first base. So Dustin Slowick at first. And the first pitch from Treon plunks the leadoff man and number 2 hitter, Zach Kirsch, who's on base. Let's see if that will ignite a rally here for the home team. Treon is 4-2 with a 2.40 ERA. He's pitched a team-high 46 2/3 innings. Pitched. He has a good fastball, I can tell you that, the sophomore does, and the pitch is fouled behind the home plate backstop, which, as I mentioned earlier, not a lot of room behind home plate to that chain link screen, maybe 15 feet or so. Treon has some giddy up on that fastball. He's pitched 46 2/3, struck out 44. Long pause, pitch coming. Upstairs, 1-1 on Parker Schutte, who went down swinging for the first out of the first inning. That was against Slowick. The sophomore Treon on to pitch here in the third. Runner leads away at first. Good lead for Kirsch. Not going, upstairs with the fastball, and it's 2-1. Pitch, fastball at the knees. 2-2 on Parker Schutte. Colts trying to climb off the deck here, trailing 3-0 early in this game. Good lead at first. Pitch back to the screen. Runner will advance on the wild pitch. Good play by the shortstop, Haney, to prevent that ball from going into center field. Middle infielders Cox and Haney pinch the runner at second. Payoff pitch due to Schutte. This one hit in the air, but right at the center fielder, Aiden Solar, who had just moved from right to center to start this inning. Hit it hard, but right at Solar. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up the cleanup man and pitcher Brady Hoover. Hoover reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning and stole a base. Runner in scoring position is Kirsch. Let's see if Hoover can get the Colts a run closer. At the belt, Treon. Pitch hit in the air behind home plate and out of play. Treon stares in at catcher Campagna. Checks the runner at second. Checks him twice. Checks him a third time. And here it comes. Curveball hit behind the screen again and out of play. Two strikes and nothing on Brady Hoover. On deck, Reese Wagner. Treon's pitch. Fastball way outside, and it's 1-2. Tried getting him to chase. Treon checks Kirsch, pitched, curveball, and a good one. It froze him, and Hoover goes down on strikes. Excellent pitch from Treon. So now, 2 outs. Reese Wagner walked in the first inning. Reese started his career at Homer Center a few years ago. Was on the Wildcat varsity team. Left-handed hitter trying to bring home a run. Right fielder Tremmel, very shallow. Pitch down low. Treon, as the shortstop Haney sneaks in behind the runner, fooled Wagner, and it's 1-1. Treon paying a lot of attention to Kirsch. Long pause. Here's the pitch at the knees for strike 2. Treon looks pretty good. Looks like he knows what he's doing on that mound. Only a sophomore. Leads them in innings pitched, as I said, with over 46. Wagner in a hole, 1-2. Chokes up on that bat handle. Treon, long pause. Here it comes, upstairs. Two and two, the count, 2 outs in the inning. Kirsch walked to lead things off, but Treon got Schutte to fly out to center and then struck out Hoover. 2-2 offering to Wagner. Curveball hit on the ground, but right at the second baseman, Nathan Cox. On to first baseman Slowick for the side, retiring out. Colts, no runs, no hits, no errors. There's 1 man left. They've stranded 5 through 3 innings. We've played 3 complete. It's Claysburg-Kimmel 3, Northern Cambria nothing, being powered by Smith Coal & Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete right here on Renda Digital TV.
Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria has you covered. We offer 3D mammography, routine x-rays, EKGs, and a full line of lab services, all with the quality and care you deserve. With convenient hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., IRMC at Northern Cambria is here when you need us. IRMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel & Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal & Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel & Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel & Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
The baseball playoffs are here, and every game is a nail-biter. Are you watching the action on an old, uncomfortable couch? Upgrade your game day experience at Charleston's Furniture in Northern Cambria. Score massive savings during Charleston's postseason super sale. Get plush new recliners and spacious sectionals delivered today. Don't miss a single pitch in absolute comfort. Visit Charleston's Furniture in Northern Cambria or shop online at charlestonsfurniture.com. Charleston's Furniture, where it always feels like home.
Back with you at Northern Cambria. Some changes. Reese Wagner on to pitch for the Colts, the southpaw. Hoover goes from the mound to third base. Nathan Cox now in left field. And the new right fielder out there, number 6. Let's see if we can find the Colts roster. And 6 is Austin Bucher. Hoover to third base, as I mentioned. Leading off for Claysburg-Kimmel, the number 9 man, Nathan Cox, popped out in foul territory to the catcher, Schutte. Reese Wagner's first pitch down low for a ball. Reese pitched in the win against Conemaugh Valley. 1-0 pitch, let up, missed it. Reese Wagner 5-2, 2.73 ERA. Led the Colts with 41 innings pitched. Down low, hit him. Hit him on the foot. Wagner allowed 38 hits, 25 runs, 16 earned. Has walked 30, struck out 65 in his 41 innings. Really good strikeout numbers. Can close the book on Brady Hoover. He pitched 2 innings. He pitched 3 innings. Allowed 4 hits, 3 runs. Wagner's pitch hit into left field off of the bat of Campagna, and he is 3 for 3. That kid is a good hitter. His .527 average is legit. He has scorched the baseball in all 3 at-bats. He's a home run away from hitting from the cycle. A single, a double, and a triple. And they've greeted Reese Wagner with 2 runners on base and the number 2 hitter, Braden Haney. He's 0 for 0 in the game, but he's been on base twice, walked and hit by a pitch. The southpaw Wagner at the belt. Here's the pitch. He bounced it back to the screen, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. So not a good start for Reese Wagner.
One way to do it. Brady, good job.
Wagner pitch, curveball, and a good one. 1-1. Next pitch, fouled it. Wagner, next pitch, misses. Closing the book on Hoover. Give you his numbers after this next pitch. Missed. Count is 3-2. Hoover, 3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, walked 5 and hit a batter, and struck out just 1. Payoff pitch. Hit weakly in the air. Second baseman going back and makes the catch several steps out into the outfield grass. Braden Bucher. Big out for Wagner. Pitch to Treon, and it's a ball. Moving up to third base. Campagna. Laced foul wide of the third base bag from Treon. Treon flew out to center and walked in the second. 2 outs in the inning. Outside. 2-1. Pitch. Backed him off the plate. 3-1. On Treon, on deck, the cleanup man. And now first baseman Dustin Slowick. Popped up, foul territory, going to drift behind and actually hit on top of the first base dugout, occupied by Claysburg-Kimmel. 3-2 the count with 2 outs. Campagna at third. Here's the pitch. Chopped right toward the Colts dugout. Karams to the third base coach and manager of Claysburg-Kimmel, Kyle Glass. Pitch. Strike 3 called. Down goes Treon as Wagner does a great job of getting out of trouble. No runs. There was a hit. And a hit batsman. 1 man left. We have played 3.5. Our score, Claysburg-Kimmel 3 and Northern Cambria nothing. Our coverage being powered by Smith Coal & Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete on Renda Digital TV.
A fever and the Mitsubishi Giants got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona, everybody qualifies for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in discounts on your new Mitsubishi purchase. Plus, you get free, yeah, I said free, scheduled maintenance and the best warranty on the planet. Pick up your prescription today at the Mitsubishi Giant. Nobody stocks more, nobody sells for less.
Altoona doesn't get better than this.
In baseball, every player knows preparation matters. And for families throughout Northern Cambria, planning ahead matters too. That's why local families trust Gibbons-Pengsa Funeral Home in Asheville. New owners Kayla and Michael Pengsa, proud Northern Cambria alumni, are dedicated to serving area families with care, compassion, and attention to detail, making sure your funeral needs are met in a timely and caring manner. From supporting local athletes to families when they need it most, Gibbons-Pengsa Funeral Home is proud to stand with our community. Gibbons-Pengsa Funeral Home, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion.
Back with you. Bottom of the 4th inning coming for Northern Cambria. Czar, Soley, and Bucher. 6, 7, 8 hitters do for Northern Cambria. Good job by the catcher, Schutte, picking off his second runner in that last inning on that wild pitch. Left-hander, first pitch from Treon is a strike. Treon has looked good here since coming on board in the last inning. This one hit up the middle through Treon, but it's gloved by the second baseman. Cox's throw pulls Slowick off the first base bag, and that's going to be an error on the second baseman. Ball was hit right up the middle and might have even caromed off the leg of pitcher Gavin Treon, and it went to Cox at second base, and it'll go as an error. First of the game on the Colts, and that'll bring up Connor Solly. Bounced to short to lead off the second inning. Colts only have 1 hit as they bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch backs him off the plate for a ball. Treon, the sophomore, checks the runner at first. Down low. Does a good job with his cadence, if you will, on the mound, giving base runners different looks. I've been impressed with him. 5 Colts have struck out in the first 3 innings plus. Pitch way high, and he's behind them 3-0. So the Colts bottom part of the order trying to set the table here. Just the number 7 hitter here, Braden Bucher, on deck. Treon, pitch, missed inside. So ducks on the pond for Northern Cambria. That'll bring up Braden Bucher, the second baseman. Let's see if Skylar Eckenrode, the manager, has him bunt here, and Claysburg-Kimmel wants to talk things over. Dustin Slowick in his 2 innings allowed just 1 hit, no runs, walked 2, struck out 4. Gavin Treon on to pitch the last inning, and he looked really good, but leadoff error and a walk has him in a little bit of trouble. West Shamokin in softball on Renda Digital TV. That game is over as they defeated West Branch 10-0. Tomorrow on Renda Digital TV, the defending District 6 Class A champs, Homer Center Wildcats at Juniata Valley on the air. Todd Marino will have the call at 1:45. Winner of that game goes to the championship to face the winner of this matchup. Right now, it's Claysburg with the upper edge. The Bulldogs 3-0, but runners at first and second. First pitch at the letters for strike 1 to Bucher. Third baseman Nisley even with the bag. Not looking for the bunt, although all dirt surface, it will get to him in a hurry. Second pitch, a strike. Won't be bunting now. First baseman Slowick was expecting a bunt. Now he backs off, still in front of the bag. Treon. Pitch upstairs. Home plate umpire Dan Olsofsky's called a great game here. Consistent strike zone. Runners lead away at first and second. Treon, 3 checks of the runner. Czar at second. Here's the pitch, a let up. Nice stop by the catcher to keep it close. Campagna. Both catchers have done a good job in this game. Schutte for the Colts, Campagna for Claysburg-Kimmel. Called a basketball game out at Claysburg-Kimmel. Homer Center boys went out there and defeated the Bulldogs. I was impressed with the school and the facilities. 2-2 count. Hit in the air weakly. Going to be some trouble maybe, and it lands fair, but the runner at second, Czar, went back, did not have a good read on that, and he ends up getting forced out at third base. Put out going, Rick, was that the shortstop? Put out going 6-5. Bucher on the fielder's choice. Czar just didn't have a good read where the bases would be loaded and nobody out, but instead first and second and 1 out. And the number 9 man, Joe Buterbaugh, steps up to the dish. Struck out swinging against Slowick in the second inning. Here's the pitch, down low and away. On deck, Zach Cavallo, the shortstop. Runners lead away first and second, wave and a miss from Buterbaugh. That last play, it's easy to say from up here, but even if the shortstop catches it going away, you're going to have some time to get back to second base. But Czar was really close to the bag when that ball landed. Next pitch is strike, and it's 1-2. Colts batting in the bottom of the fourth inning. trying to get to the championship game, but right now the Bulldogs have the better of it. Here's the pitch, upstairs. If you want to take your project to the championship level, Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is ready to serve you, serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County. 2-2 pitch to Booterball. Down low. Whether you're working on a new home, driveway, or that backyard sport court, get your concrete from our friends at the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. Payoff pitch. Here it comes. It's chopped at the feet. Staying alive is Booterball. That's big. Trying to find his way on base to load the sacks for Cavallo. Also, Smith Coal and Oil bringing you today's game in Northern Cambria, and Indiana Fuel and Oil in Indiana proud to be co-presenting sponsors of this semifinal matchup. Big pitch in the game here. Treon stares back at the runner at second. Here it comes. Line drive off the glove of the first baseman. Now they're going to maybe have a double play at second. They tag the runner there, and Bucher is out. Bad luck for the Colts. And some base running has hurt them, although that was it was a weird play, but it goes in the Bulldogs' favor. So 3 unassisted at first, and then the putout goes 3-4 for the third out of the inning. So no runs, no hits. There was a walk, an error, 1 man left. We've played 4 complete from Legion Field at Northern Cambria. Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs 3, Northern Cambria nothing. Our coverage on Renda Digital TV being presented by Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Head to the 5th inning. 1 pitch in already to clean up man Dustin Slowick, and the next pitch hit on the ground, gloved by the pitcher nicely, Reese Wagner, on to first baseman Kirsch for the first out of the inning. Well done, Reese, fielding your position. 5th inning being brought to you by Gibbons Penxa Funeral Home in Asheville. This inning brought to you by Gibbons Penska Funeral Home in Asheville, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion. Next pitch of the game to Aiden Solar ball. Weaver's next one, swing and a miss. 1-1. Next pitch, a strike. Wagner, I should say, has settled in nicely, Reese Wagner. 1-2 on the batter, Slowick. Or Solar, I should say, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now he's 0 for 2. Did walk and score a run in the third inning. Third run of the game for the Bulldogs. So Wagner, very efficient start to this top of the 5th inning. Peyton Nisley tripled and scored in the second. Flew out to center fielder Czar in the third. In the first pitch, a strike. Wagner looking really sharp here. Curveball just missed with that offering, and it's 1-1. No pitch clock needed here. Wagner about 4 seconds in between pitches, and it's 2-1 with that miss. Next pitch, just got a piece of it, fouled it behind the screen into the woods here behind the backstop. 2-2. Let's see if Wagner can set them down in order for the first time in the game. He just got a piece of it again and heads back to the woods with the foul ball. Deuces are wild. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Pitch way high. Count runs full. Bulldogs have had the leadoff man aboard in every inning until this 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it again. Good at bat from Nisley. Next pitch. Curveball, lost him. First walk from Reese Wagner since coming on board. Brings up the number 7 hitter and left fielder, Nathan Fee. Fee walked in the second, singled, advanced to second on a throwing error from the pitcher. At the time it was Hoover. Just fooled on that offering and got a piece on the... Was trying to pull back, but foul ball. Couldn't check his swing in time. This inning being brought to you by Gibbons Pensa Funeral Home in Asheville. Rooted in tradition, guided with compassion. Fouled behind the backstop again, and Reese Wagner jumps out in front of Fee, 2 strikes and nothing. At the belt, Reese Wagner sends it home. Hit in the air, shallow left field. Shortstop Cavallo out. Has it measured, makes the catch for the side retiring out. Pretty easy for a change. No runs, no hits. There was a walk. 1 man left. Bulldogs have stranded 7 base runners. Time to get the bats out, Colts. Heading to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Bulldogs here on Renda Digital TV, presented by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete and Smith Coal and Oil.
Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria has you covered. We offer 3D mammography, routine x-rays, EKGs, and a full line of lab services, all with the quality and care you deserve. With convenient hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., IRMC at Northern Cambria is here when you need us. IRMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
In baseball, every player knows preparation matters. And for families throughout Northern Cambria, planning ahead matters too. That's why local families trust Gibbons Pensa Funeral Home in Asheville. New owners Kayla and Michael Pensa, proud Northern Cambria alumni, are dedicated to serving area families with care, compassion, and attention to detail, making sure your funeral needs are met in a timely and caring manner. From supporting local athletes to families when they need it most, Gibbons Pensa Funeral Home is proud to stand with our community. Gibbons Pensa Funeral Home, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion.
Back with you at Legion Field in Northern Cambria. Gavin Treon, his final warm-up pitch as we get set for the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, top of the order. Time to do some damage. Northern Cambria trailing 3-0. They've been held to just 1 hit in this baseball game. It came in the first inning off of the batter on deck, junior Zach Kirsch. They've had some traffic. They've stranded runners in every inning, including leaving the bases loaded in the first. Stranded a single runner in the second, third, and fourth. First pitch misses from Treon to Cavallo. Treon winds, kicks, and deals. Inside, 2-0. He wanted that pitch, didn't get the call from home plate umpire Dan Olsovsky. Down low, 3-0. Colts have had the leadoff man aboard in 3 of their first 4 innings, but haven't been able to push anything across. 3-0 pitch from Treon. Right down Philadelphia Street for a strike 1. Take base runners any way they can get them. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hit on the ground, but right at the shortstop. Braden Haney on to first baseman. Pulled him off the bag, but he must have gotten the foot back. They rule him out at first base. Put out goes 6-3. Not a lot of complaining from the first base coach. We don't have access to the replay, do we, Matt Lewis, our producer? 1 up, 1 down. Number 2 man, Zach Kirsch, singled and walked in the game. Pitch way high. On deck, Parker Schutte. Winner plays the winner of tomorrow's Juniata Valley Homer Center game. Wave and a miss. Big cut from Kirsch, but he comes up empty. And it's 1-1. Pitch outside, 2-1. Fifth inning being brought to you by Gibbons Penksa Funeral Home in Asheville. Rooted in tradition, guided with compassion. Next pitch, a ball, and it's 3-1. These Claysburg-Kimmel pitchers at times have fallen behind, but they've been able to bounce back and record outs. Pitch to Kirsch. Down low, lost him. Didn't miss by much, but it was below the knees. Third walk for Treon since coming on board in the third inning, and that brings up the number 3 man. Leading hitter Parker Schutte was 2 for 3 and 3 ribbies against Conemaugh Valley Monday. He would like to deliver here. Here's a pitch, hit on the ground, but right at the shortstop, Haney. Going to throw to first, out there, recorded. Put out goes 6-3. For the second time this inning, down to second base was Kirsch. So 2 outs. Brings up Brady Hoover, who started the game on the mound before moving to third base. Brady reached on a fielder's choice in the first, was called out on strikes in the third. Duck on the pond at second base. Let's see if the Colts' momentum can shift easily in a high school game. A hit could give some momentum and some positive mojo to the home team. If Hoover can deliver, he takes the first pitch for a ball. Right fielder, Tremmel, shaded toward right center field. Outfield relatively shallow. Center fielder, Solar, the deepest of the 3. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0. Reese Wagner waits on deck. Treon stares back at the runner. Hit on the ground, but right at the third baseman. Gets a convenient hop. Knisley's throw wide, and now breaking for the plate and scoring a run. Coming and never stopping around third base was Kirsch, and he scores on the throwing error from the third baseman, Knisley. Well, it was a convenient hop, and Payton Just the throw got away from him. No RBI on the play, but the Colts are on the board. It's 3-1. Reese Wagner, left-handed hitter, steps in. Let's see if Reese can find a gap and score Hoover. Pitch down low for a ball. Treon should be in the dugout. Let's see how he reacts to his first adversity in the game. Pitch down the middle for strike one. 3-1 our score now. 1-1 count on Reese Wagner, the number 5 hitter who's 0 for 1, walked in the first, bounced out to second in the third. Pitch let up and up high. 2-1. Treon falls behind yet another hitter. Treon checks Hoover at first. Short lead. Pitch backed him off the plate. 3-1. Falls behind another hitter. Wagner represents the tying run. Brady Hoover, short lead at first. Pitch hit right at the shortstop, bobbles it, regains, steps on the second base bag for the side retiring out. Colts do get on the board without the benefit of a hit. There was a walk and an error that was costly for the Bulldogs. And one man left. We've played 5 complete thanks to our friends at the Gibbons Pensa Funeral Home of Asheville, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion for presenting that 5th inning. We've played 5 complete. Bulldogs 3, Colts 1 on Renda Digital TV, presented by Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
MC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
You've got a fever and the Mitsubishi Giants got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona, everybody qualifies for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in discounts on your new Mitsubishi purchase. Plus, you get free, yeah, I said free, scheduled maintenance and the best warranty on the planet. Pick up your prescription today at the Mitsubishi Giant. Nobody stocks more, nobody sells for less.
Altoona doesn't get better than this.
Time is running short for the home team. We head to the 6th inning. They did get on the board in the 6th. Now it's up to Reese Wagner to keep the Bulldogs at bay. It's 3-1 Claysburg-Kimmel as they try to advance to next Wednesday's championship game. Leading off is Matthew Lehman. Takes the first pitch from Wagner for a ball. Walked and scored a run on the booming triple off the bat of Campagna. Now he lines one past the diving second baseman Braden Bucher for a leadoff single. Hit into a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play in the 3rd, but leads off with a single here in the 6th. That'll bring up Nathan Cox, the number 9 batter. Popped out to the catcher in foul territory near the backstop screen in the 2nd. Was hit by a pitch and erased at third base, attempting to advance by Schutte. Wagner's pitch, squaring to bunt, pulling back, taking a ball, is Cox. Campagna on deck. And I'll tell you one thing, if young Nathan Cox delivers a sacrifice bunt, and he's not bunting there, pitch gets by the catcher Schutte. Now they throw to first, might have him, but diving in head first, just getting his right paw in that first base bag was Lehman. If Cox would lay down a bunt and advance Lehman to second, Campagna would be getting an automatic walk if I was coaching Northern Cambria, because he has laced and tattooed the baseball in all 3 at-bats. Pitch a ball, 2-1. Wagner's next pitch. And scoring to bunt. It's a good one. Wagner off the mound, throws to first, and Cox is out. Sacrifice accomplished, 1-3. And now let's see if Skylar Eckenrode walks Campagna. I would just say head to first, young man. And here comes Skylar Eckenrode to talk to Reese Wagner. Campagna is a home run away from hitting for the cycle. He doubled in the first. Booming triple that drove home the first 2 runs of the game out in the notch in left center field. And then singled sharply in the 4th. Let's see if they even face him here. And they will not. It's going to be an intentional base on balls. And that is pretty much a no-brainer. That'll bring up Braden Haney, the shortstop. Braden 0 for 1 in the game. He walked in the first, hit by a pitch in the second, and then popped out to the second baseman, Bucher, in the 4th. And manager Kyle Glass wants to talk to his number 2 hitter. Big part of the ball game. Northern Cambria needs to keep the score where it's at, as they have just 1 hit in this baseball game. Wagner at the belt. Pitch lined over the first base dugout. That will roll into the woods. On deck's the number 3 man and pitcher Gavin Treon. Shortstop Cavallo pinching the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Big cut, but he comes up empty. And Wagner in command, ahead on the count, 0-2. Reese's next pitch. Thought about it, didn't he? But he held up. 1-2. Good pitch from Reese Wagner. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. So the strategy from Eckenrode looks brilliant for now, with the intentional walk. And now Gavin Treon, who's 0 for 2 in the game, flew out to center in the first, called out or went down swinging in the 4th, sandwiched between a walk in the 2nd inning. Wide stance from Treon. Runners lead away at first and second, in the pitch hit on the ground in the hole. The shortstop Cavallo fields, throws to second for the side retiring out. Good job by Wagner to wiggle out of that mini jam. No runs, there was a hit, an intentional walk. No errors, 2 men left. They have stranded 5, 7, 9 base runners, but the Bulldogs do continue to lead. It's 3-1 heading to the bottom of the 6th here on Renda Digital TV, presented by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete and Smith Coal & Oil.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel & Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal & Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel & Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal & Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel & Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
Well, we head to the bottom of the sixth for the Colts, and the 6, 7, and 8 hitters do. Levi Czar, Connor Sully, and Braden Bucher. Gavin Treon allowed an unearned run in the fifth, but only one hit in the game for the Colts. Colts scored 6 runs against Conemaugh Valley in the first 2 innings. Went on to a 6-2 victory, but now they've been blanked in 10 straight actually 9 straight innings. First pitch to Levi Czar, called strike 1 by home plate umpire Dan Olsofsky. Treon's next pitch, hit down the right field line, gonna hook foul. So Treon hung that pitch, but out in front of it was Levi Czar. Levi 0 for 2. One down swinging in the first, reached on an error in the fourth. Hit on the ground right at the shortstop Braden Haney. On to first baseman Slowick. 6-3 the putout. Haney has been busy here in the past couple of innings with 3 assists. Actually, 3 assists and a putout as he stepped on second base when he erased Wagner in the 5th inning. So Treon's been keeping the ball in the infield. Pitch to Sully is a strike. Next pitch, hit in the air. In left center, left fielder ranges over. Nathan Fee, and the southpaw Fee makes the catch for the second out. That's the first ball that has gone to the outfield since Schutte flew out to center fielder Solar in the 3rd inning. Everything else has been on the ground. 2 up, 2 down for the Colts. See if Braden Bucher can get some 2-out lightning started here. Pitch, a strike. Treon has been very good since coming on in the 3rd inning. Next pitch. Hit on the ground. Guess who? Shortstop Haney in the hole across the diamond stretch from Slowick for the out. And the Colts go quickly and quietly. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Colts. We head to the 7th. Score remains Claysburg-Kimmel 3, Northern Cambria 1, and our coverage on Renda Digital TV being presented by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete and Smith Coal & Oil.
Good luck, Colts, from Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Back with you at Legion Field at Northern Cambria, 3-1 as we head to the 7th inning. It'll be the 9-1-2 batters. Check that. It'll be the middle of the order, the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Dustin Slowick, the first baseman, started the game on the hill. Steps up. First pitch from Luis Wagner is a ball. Slowick 0 for 3 in the game, called out on strikes in the first, popped out to the second baseman Bucher in the second, and bounced back to the pitcher Wagner. Hit it hard in that 5th inning, but Wagner gloved it and tossed him out. It's 2-0 on Dustin Slowick. just talking to the home plate umpire, Dan Olsofsky, between innings. Get back to it after this next pitch from Wagner. Called on the outside corner for strike one. Sad news he delivered to me that umpire Francis Holtz, who worked many PIAA games, passed away during the offseason of a heart attack. Saw him at First Commonwealth Bank Field at many state playoff games. Excellent umpire from the Carrolltown area, right up the road. Pitch misses. Wagner loses Slowick. Sad news and condolences to the Holtz family. So the leadoff runner aboard. Seventh inning being brought to you by 5-Star Mitsubishi of Altoona. Why would you buy any place else? Pitch inside to Solar. They've had the leadoff man aboard in 6 of the 7 innings, and the pitch inside corner for a strike. Next offering, inside. Paula Lamb, one of the marketing folks for 5-Star Mitsubishi, had a meeting with her recently. We thank her and 5-Star Mitsubishi for their support of Heritage Conference athletics and now this District 6 playoff game. Pitch down low, 3-1. Five-Star Mitsubishi postgame show right around the corner. Pitch inside corner for a strike. Great dealership up in Blair County in Altoona. Pitch chopped weakly. First baseman Kirsch off the mound, flips to the second baseman. That was close. Reese Wagner did not cover. It was kind of one of those tweener balls. And when Kirsch went after it, hustling play by the second baseman Bucher. So unconventional, but the put out goes 3-4. Down to second base, Slowick. And that'll bring up Payton Nicely, who tripled and scored to lead off the second inning. Home plate umpire Olsofsky walking over toward the Claysburg dugout. Some chirping there that he gets under control in a hurry. Olsofsky's called an excellent game behind the plate. Wagner's pitch. Swing, and a weak swing at that from Nicely. 1 for 2 with that triple. He also flew out to center and walked in the 5th inning. Next pitch, curveball and a dandy. 0-2. Wagner has really been sharp since coming on. And now Parker Schutte going to walk out to the mound. Maybe the runner at second baseman picking signs from the catcher, so they'll go on an indicator. By that I mean he'll put down 3 signals, and only one of the 3 will count, and those 2 young men are just assuming maybe that's what they were talking about, because he kind of gestured at the runner at second as he was walking out to the mound. But I might be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time or the last. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, up and away from Wagner. Came on in the 4th. Has struck out 3. Strike. Make it 4. Down goes Nicely. So 2 outs now. Nathan Fee, 1 for 2 in the game. Steps up to the plate, number 7 hitter. Left-handed hitter. Second baseman pinching. Got to be careful with that with the left-handed stick up there. And the first pitch upstairs to Fee. They'll probably change things up and have the shortstop Cavallo pinch, but it's right now Bucher, but he does hustle back into position. Here's the pitch, and it's in there, the letters for a strike. First baseman Kirsch back deep. Outfield pretty much straight away, Buterbaugh in left. Check, half swing. He went, and it's 1-2. Buterbaugh in left, Czar in center. Austin Bucher in right field came on board earlier in the game. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 3. Wagner sets down the final 2 hitters on strikes. No runs, no hits. There was a walk. 1 man left. Last dibs for Northern Cambria. Let's see if they can get to the back rack and pull out a dramatic victory, or at least send it to extras. Right now, it's Bulldogs 3. Colts 1 on Renda Digital TV, being powered by Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete.
A fever, and the Mitsubishi Giants got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona, everybody qualifies for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in discounts on your new Mitsubishi purchase. Plus, you get free, yeah, I said free, scheduled maintenance and the best warranty on the planet. Pick up your prescription today at the Mitsubishi Giant. Nobody stocks more, nobody sells for less.
Altoona doesn't get better than this.
Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria has you covered. We offer 3D mammography, routine x-rays, EKGs, and a full line of lab services, all with the quality and care you deserve. With convenient hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., IRMC at Northern Cambria is here when you need us. IRMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
Back with you. Last chance for the Northern Cambria Colts. Joe Buterbaugh will lead things off, then he'll turn it over to the top of the order. Joe's goal here is to get on base any way he can and set the table for the top of the order to do some damage. Only 1 hit for the Colts. It came the second batter of the game, Zach Kirsch singled, and this is a pop-up. Going to drift in foul territory in the shortstop. Why not? Haney has done it all, and he called off the third baseman nicely at the very last minute, and right on the chalk, they called that a fair ball, and 1 pitch, 1 out on the fly out. The shortstop, Haney, has been involved here in the last 3 innings or so. Leadoff man, Cavallo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since the 4th inning, he's been involved in 7 plays. 5 assists and 2 putouts for the shortstop, Braden Haney. Getting it done with the glove. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Cavallo, and it's 1-1. Treon's been effective, too, since coming on board in the 3rd inning. Colts season on the line. Pitch upstairs, 2-1. Northern Cambria needs base runners, or their season's going to come to an end. Pitch, hit toward the second baseman. Bobbles it, and he's not going to get him. That'll be an error on the second baseman, Cox. The bobble cost them, and that'll be the 3rd error of the game. Now Zach Kirsch. He's been on base all 3 times. Singled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd and 5th. In the 5th, that walk produced the only run on an error on the 3rd baseman, Nisley. Runner leads away at 1st in Kirsch. Pitch. Little let up, and he poured it in there for a strike. Outfield straight away, not particularly deep. Now the center fielder, Solar, giving a few steps, some ground in center. Here's the pitch. A check swing. Did he go? He did not. Good curveball from Treon. Pitch. Hit in the hole and into left field for a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Colts. Second hit for Kirsch. He has both of them. And things are starting to get interesting here in the seventh with the Bulldogs leading 3-1. That'll bring up Parker Schutte, the top hitter in the Colts lineup, 400 hitter. Schutte, regular season with 20 RBIs to lead the team, 3 doubles. If he can double here, we may have a tie game. Kirsch with pretty good wheels at first base. Now timeout called, and here comes head coach and manager Kyle Glass to talk things over. Treon, since coming on in the third inning, has allowed just the one hit, one run. It was unearned. He has walked 3, and we're going to have a pitching change. Let's see who's going to come on board. Treon's going to go out to center field. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil in Indiana, proud to be the presenting sponsor of this district's semifinal matchup. 2 strong teams going at it today. 2 strong locations now available for your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil. And they would also like to announce that Smith is making bulk propane deliveries now. You need propane for your home or business, call veteran-owned Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria. Also, Cambria Ready Mix Concrete, serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, a proud supporter of high school athletics, dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're working on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court, get your concrete from the county seat. Call them at 1-866-BUY-CRMC. Well, the new pitcher is Mason Campagna. Trying to come on for the save. Campagna, 3.23 ERA, a 2-0 record. He's pitched only 8 2/3 innings if these stats are up to date. He's allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He's walked 10 in 8 2/3 innings and struck out 23, so he is prone. The stats are up to date, and you never know if they are or not.
Hey, we still need 2. We still need 2. All right? 3's on the line. Let's go.
So he's given up over a walk an inning. Parker Schutte. If Parker could park one on the other side of the fence, it would be a walk-off dinger for the Colts. Center fielder Treon, not particularly deep, surprisingly, with runners. First and second, assistant coach just yelling to the outfielders, know what you're doing. Usually a defense in this situation would be aligned in a no doubles type of look, meaning you're extra deep later in the game, but they are not that deep. If he could hit one to that notch in left center field, definitely a tie game. At the belt, Campagna. Pitch, a good fastball with some juice on it. Parker swings through it. Cavallo at second. Kirsch at first. Next pitch. Fouled behind the screen. Good heat on that fastball from Campagna. Shakes off a sign. Has the one he wants. Pitch. Swing. off the catcher's glove, but there's no need to throw to first with runners at first and second. The batter is out, but the big thing here is the runners both move up on that pass ball.
Let me see those wheels, kid.
So now it's up to Brady Hoover. He started the game on the mound. He's 0 for 3. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first, called out on strikes in the third, reached on an error in the fifth that produced the only run of the game. The tying run at second base is Kirsch. Pitch outside. Catcher didn't even know he had the ball.
Hey, we got to get a good read back.
Campagna has some smoke on that fastball. Anything hit to the outfield you would think will tie the game. Second baseman Cox out on the outfield grass. Pitch, swing, and a miss. He had a big rip. It comes up empty. 3-1 in the seventh. Last chance with 2 outs. It's up to Hoover. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Blowing it by Hoover is Campagna. Colts may be down to their last strike. Deep in that box is Hoover. Here's the pitch. Hit back right to the shortstop, Haney. Flips over to Slowick. Side retiring out. Game over. Colts season, unfortunately, over. They threaten. No runs, 1 hit. There was an error. 2 men left. Haney, strong defensively at short the final 4 innings of the game for Claysburg-Kimmel as they advance and will play in the championship game next Wednesday against the winner of tomorrow's Homer Center Juniata Valley game, which will be seen here on Renda Digital TV. Stay with us for our 5-star Mitsubishi postgame show. Coming up next, unfortunately, the Colts season comes to a close. Final score, Claysburg-Kimmel 3 and the Northern Cambria Colts 1. 5-star Mitsubishi postgame show up next here on Renda Digital TV.
MC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
The baseball playoffs are here, and every game is a nail-biter. Are you watching the action on an old, uncomfortable couch? Upgrade your game day experience at Charleston's Furniture in Northern Cambria. Score massive savings during Charleston's postseason super sale. Get plush new recliners and spacious sectionals delivered today. Don't miss a single pitch in absolute comfort. Visit Charleston's Furniture in Northern Cambria or shop online at charlestonsfurniture.com. Charleston's Furniture, where it always feels like home.
Welcome back to Legion Field in Northern Cambria. Unfortunately for the Colts, their season comes to a close here today as Claysburg-Kimmel, good ball club, came in here, pitched well, played good defense for the most part, and did enough to win 3-1 over the Northern Cambria Colts. As the Colts season comes to an end, we welcome you to the 5-star Mitsubishi postgame show. 5-star Mitsubishi of Altoona. Why would you go anywhere else than 5-star Mitsubishi? Northern Cambria season ends 14-7. Claysburg, they are now 15-7. They will advance to the District 6 Single-A Championship game next Wednesday against the winner of tomorrow's Homer Center Juniata Valley game, scheduled for a 1:45 airtime, weather permitting, right here on Renda Digital TV. When our 5-star Mitsubishi postgame show continues, we'll tell you how this game unfolded. When we come back, don't forget our co-presenting sponsors too. Thank you to Smith Coal & Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. More to come from Northern Cambria after this time out on Renda Digital TV.
The fever and the Mitsubishi Giants got the cure. At 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona, everybody qualifies for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in discounts on your new Mitsubishi purchase. Plus, you get free, yeah, I said free, scheduled maintenance and the best warranty on the planet. Pick up your prescription today at the Mitsubishi Giant. Nobody stocks more, nobody sells for less.
Altoona, it doesn't get better than this.
In baseball, every player knows preparation matters. And for families throughout Northern Cambria, planning ahead matters too. That's why local families trust Gibbons Pengsa Funeral Home in Asheville. New owners Kayla and Michael Pengsa, proud Northern Cambria alumni, are dedicated to serving area families with care, compassion, and attention to detail, making sure your funeral needs are met in a timely and caring manner. From supporting local athletes to families when they need it most, Gibbons Pengsa Funeral Home is proud to stand with our community. Gibbons Pengsa Funeral Home, rooted in tradition, guided with compassion.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Three-one Bulldogs over the Northern Cambria Colts as we welcome him back to our five-star Mitsubishi postgame show. Five-star Mitsubishi of Altoona. And this game started with Northern Cambria's Brady Hoover on the hill, matched up against Dustin Slowick. And we had a scoreless first inning, although we had a lot of traffic with the Bulldogs stranding two runners, and the Colts left the bases loaded. But Claysburg-Kimmel got on the board in the second. A leadoff triple from Peyton Knisley to start things off. And then with the bases loaded, or actually runners at first and third, Mason Campagna, who was a real thorn in the Colts' side today, tripled to deep left center field to drive home the first two runs of the game. And it stayed that way. Actually, they were able to tack on another run in the third inning. A leadoff walk touched home plate. Two walks in the second and third, both scored for Claysburg-Kimmel. And it was a RBI single off of the bat of Nathan Fee that brought home Aiden Solar. Stayed that way until the Colts in the bottom of the fifth inning, as after one out, Zach Kirsch walked, advanced to second, and then scored on a throwing error by the third baseman of the Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs, Peyton Knisley. That allowed Kirsch to score for the Colts. It was their only run. They did threaten in the bottom of the seventh inning, had runners at second and third, but Mason Campagna came on to get the final two outs of the game, erasing Schutte on a strikeout swinging, and then Hoover bounced out to the shortstop, Braden Haney. And credit Haney, outstanding game defensively. He had 7 assists and 2 putouts in the game, and 8 of those 9 plays from the shortstop came in the final 4 innings. He, in the 5th inning, 2 assists on bounce outs to short, and a third ground out that he stepped on the second base bag for the side retiring out. Then he had a couple of assists in the 6th inning, caught a foul ball, and actually they ruled it a fair ball right on the line down the left field line for a put out, and then an assist on the game ending out as Hoover rolled a ground ball to Haney, who was really spectacular at shortstop. So credit to him. It all added up to a 3-1 victory for Claysburg-Kimmel. Our five-star Mitsubishi postgame show will continue with the totals in today's game after this on Renda Digital TV.
And Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
Mark Burdick back with you at Legion Field at Northern Cambria for a final time as we welcome you back to the 5-Star Mitsubishi postgame show. 5-Star Mitsubishi of Altoona. The totals in the game for winning Claysburg-Kimmel, and they are off to the District 6 championship game, and they've also qualified for a berth in the state tournament starting June 1st. 3 runs on 6 hits. They committed 3 errors and stranded 10 base runners. Winning pitcher in relief, Gavin Treon. 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned. And the big save for Mason Campagna. The Colts with 1 run on just 2 hits, both off the bat of Zach Kirsch. They committed an error and stranded 9 base runners. The losing pitcher was the starting pitcher, Brady Hoover. So that's going to do it for our coverage from Northern Cambria. Would like to thank our co-presenting sponsors, Smith Coal and Oil and Cambria Ready Mix Concrete, and all of our sponsors that made the game possible. Unfortunately, not a good outcome for the Colts, but an outstanding season as they finish with a record of 14-7. For our entire broadcast crew, our producer here alongside Matt Lewis, Crosby, our videographer from Homer Center School,